Good morning, traders. Manny Cabrera here with our pre-market forecast for Wednesday, November the 11th. Let's quickly jump to our news reports for this morning. What do we have today? Today, we have no reports on, again, in the middle of the week. From Sunday to Wednesday, no reports. Everything begins again tomorrow, so you're free to trade without worried about any impact on any of these news reports. The markets, extremely interesting markets that we've had. Here's our big record-breaking day here. Huge volumes that day, over 2.5 million. Yesterday was no slouch either. It was 2.1 million, kind of taking a lot back from what we did on Monday, but the market's rallying back once again, trying to find some sea legs. There's a huge rotation in the market going on in reference to stocks. A lot of people are coming out of the tech stocks and heading into and the home stocks and heading more into the economy type of investments. So you're going to see a little bit of that going on, and that's a little bit healthier for our economy and where we stand right now with this precarious situation with the election. We're still dealing with COVID, so it's happening here. But as day traders, friends, that's really interesting information. But technically, where are we technically as we see the market continues trying to rally up to the upside? But in reference to where we find ourselves right now, here's what's going on here. Here's the market breaking the intraday high of yesterday. So it did that. As you see, early in the morning, we established our low at about a little before 11. You notice how the market continued to make higher highs. It kind of stagnated for a little bit here, found its sea legs here, and eventually launched itself higher above the intraday high, which is huge swings to the upside. So we're expecting a little bit more upside move. Strong support can be found right around this level right here. This is where our support is going to be found. At least our intermediate support can be found right around here. Any break below this area, we're looking at another support level here, and ultimately this support level. But I want to show you one interesting chart here, which is a chart that I keep dearly. I mean, this chart is an 8,000 tick chart. Has been helping me quite a bit to keep this market in perspective. We have a trend line that's been keeping this market pretty much abreast of the moves here, where all of the buyers are pretty much stationed. Look how beautifully this trend line has been holding the market. We enter a quick compression here. Market clearly breaks above it. So the next goal for this market is try to retest these all-time highs here. Now, we're not saying we're going to get there. We're not saying it's going to happen today or tomorrow. We're just saying that's where the goal is. But just remember, here are your support levels. So as long as the market continues to move higher, you're probably going to find support in this particular trend line here. Any break below this, you're going to see an acceleration that we see here in the past. Remember how we had a trend line coming through here and the market just shot down to the bottom? Remember that? So that's kind of like what we're looking at right here. Kind of like there's your compression pattern again, a much tinier one. Here's a much bigger one. So we're expecting a little bit of continuation to the upside, at least in the long term, in the short term, as long as nothing new changes in the election and, you know, if this looks like Biden's going to win, the market's just looking for certainty. You know, the market's looking for certainty, whether Trump wins or Biden wins, the market is looking for certainty, at least in that respect. Also, they seem to be settling the question about who's going to be controlling the Senate. So that's another big key there. So Americans like to divide a government. They like, or whoever the president is, they like him to split Congress, the House in one hand and Senate in the other hand. It kind of keeps checks and balances. So we'll see what that happens. There's a lot of unanswered questions in this market yet. So be very careful. The swings are absolutely enormous. The spacing between our bars are huge. So be careful. Make sure you adjust your stops accordingly to the range that the market is moving within the realms of your maximum amount of capital that you're risking per day. Take care. Have a great trading session.